Good, good. Because I thought about it. I thought, all right, well, why do I, just between you and me, why do I want to do this class? And I just thought about it, and I just thought, you know, you want to be better, and and as I just told you, those three classes were so impactful for me. And I love learning about all these crazy things, hot, cold, breath work, Prolon. I just did Prolon and I did great. That was
Great.
awesome. So the reason I went looking to Dr. Ann is a while ago I had seen Dr. Ann one-on-one for different things going on in my life. So a couple years ago, I reached out to her. I had a one-on-one. And the reason I did is I had 10, 15, 20. Actually at that time I had 25 pounds I could not get off. I couldn't get rid of the weight. And I was like, all right, I've tried everything. So I called her. And at the time, I was on this crazy diet. And she asked me, she said, well, what's in the product? Because it was products that were provided, sent to you. And I listed off the ingredients and they were like a mile long. It was unbelievable. And she said, and I said, oh, and there's fiber. And she said, that is factory made fiber. And that is really not what she was very gracious about it. And she said, you really don't want to eat that. You want to eat fiber from real food. And she said, you can lose weight. I'm menopausal. Even in menopause, you can lose weight eating real food. It may take you longer, but it'll be sustainable. You'll be able to keep it off. You'll develop new habits and it'll be part of your lifestyle. So I looked at the curriculum and I signed up for the year-long program. It's a financial commitment. It is a time commitment. Whoever thought, you would be involved in a year-long program, right? But I did that. The program talks all about nutrition, proteins, fats, all of that. It gives you that information. Excuse me. But for me, the three modules that made such a difference for me were one, learning about the circadian rhythm, two, the module on sleep, because I have sleep challenges, and three, learning about the microbiome. But of those three, I'll just touch on why it was so impactful for me. So when you learn about the circadian rhythm, which I didn't know a thing about, you learn when humans are metabolically efficient, when they, like in the morning, early in the day, and when you are metabolically not so efficient. And she used this term, at night we are metabolic sloths. And that was so impactful for me because I just had this image of this big fat slob animal at night eating. And so I thought, all right, well, I don't want to be like that. And then the module on sleep, it talks about sleep hygiene. And one of the components of the sleep hygiene is not eating before you go to bed. And so those were two real key bits of information that made it important to me why I shouldn't eat at night. Before in my life, I ate pretty well. My mother taught us well, but at night was always my challenge time. So here were two really big nuggets of information that told me you shouldn't eat at night. So I ended up losing 25 pounds through this change, and I sleep better than I have in years, truly. And the third module that was really impactful was the one on the microbiome. You always hear about the gut, the gut's the small brain, the big brain, small brain, but I never knew what that meant. So learning about the microbiome and how important that is to our overall health. And one of the components of the healthy microbiome is a strong immunity. And for me, at this point in my life, strong immunity, that's a very big motivating factor to have good immunity. And also, it's important in the role of serotonin. And everybody can use a little more serotonin, right? Other aspects about the class, she talks a little bit about hormesis. And hormesis are those little practices you do that make you a little stronger. Examples, hot and cold therapy. And another one is breath work. She has a breath class. And in the breath module, it talks about breathing through your nose. And I was a mouth breather. I didn't breathe through my nose ever. So I learned how to do that, and I became much more efficient as a nasal breather. But then, she introduced us to the Wim Hof method, and that's another form of hormesis. And so those hermetic practices have been very important to me. The other wonderful thing about the class, the year-long class, are the Zoom sessions. The Zoom sessions, you have, excuse me, you have interaction with Dr. Ann, face to face. The class is there, so you have your group as well, but you have face to face contact with her, which is really important. She may give you a topic, she may give you a podcast, she may say, we're going to talk about a book. But even if she doesn't give you a topic, the Zooms are full of information. There are so many bits, so many nuggets of information that are meaningful, that are important. And with the Zoom, it's relaxed. She'll talk about the most recent information. An example would be now there's more information about full fat dairy, that it may be okay. There may be benefits to that. And that's I love hearing that. And the other aspect of the Zoom is it doesn't matter how you feel when you go into that Zoom, you come out of there feeling so much better. And I think it's all, it's really Anne. She is genuine. She is honest. She is all Anne. She is no spin, and she is motivating. She is encouraging. She's positive. So you feel you're in a much better place when you end your Zooms with Anne. And I think that is key to the success of the whole year-long program. I've done 2 years of the whole program, and this upcoming year I'm going to do the Zooms because I love the Zooms. And also with the Zooms, you have that continuous contact with her. You have that continuous encouragement, exposure, and that just keeps you in the game. That keeps you on track. That keeps you moving forward with your health program, whichever part of it, that you need help with. So I think it's great.